Boom, blast off. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a Skraturday on Thursday. We're getting these on all the days. We've had them on Sundays. We've had them on Thursdays. Tonight, you guys get to experience Open Legend RPG ran by the man who owns it, the Great Mustache. As always, let us know how sound resounds in the ears. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can't, then I'm sorry. I am Jacob from Avenue Studios. I am so grateful that you guys are here. I am looking forward to playing some Open Legend. This was one of my first true loves. Don't tell my wife. Why are you yelling at me? Hi, Chris. Hi, Stellar. Well, look at all these cool people in here. All right. So tonight, Mr. Mustache, who are you and what's going on?
I'm Mr. Mustache, and there's not much going on. What's up with you?
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm Great Mustache. Some people know me as JP, and I currently own and run Open Legend RPG. And hopefully, if things go nicely, I will be releasing some stuff by the end of this month for Open Legend as well. So.
I know. And then I was really cool over the week. You hung out at our house last week. Yeah, it was last week. And we tested a Open Legend D6, and then you also ran it at 𝐒𝐪𝐿𝐵𝒐𝒔, which was really cool. I know I had a blast.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to finish my taxes and then finish the last little things to get the core rulebook back in print. We'll see. There's a lot of drama about tariffs affecting that sort of stuff, but and then release a new adventure module for Open Legend and release the playtest packet for level 1 of Open Legend D6.
Awesome. And the one who started Skraturdays, and he's the reason we have all of this drama. Wink, wink. Who are you?
I'm Group. No.
I'm not awake enough for all this. I'm Scrat from Squirrel Plays, and yes, I am responsible for Skraturdays. So I brought them into this world. I can take them out. Don't forget that.
That's right. You brought me into this world, right? No. Okay. The beard and the mustache together again. Yes. And certainly not least, but is last in this list, one whose Kickstarter had just completed successfully. Who are you?
I am Grimwood Games, or AKA Dave.
Or Mr. Grimwood.
Or Mr. Grimwood, as your kids call me. It fully completed. It's done. Now I have to make the book.
Awesome. Cool. Well, tonight I get to be a player. I'm very excited about it. So I am going to hand over the storytelling part to our legend master, the Great Mustache.
Indeed. So we got these guys, by the way, besides Jacob, have not played this system before. So I'll be explaining it a little bit to them and to those watching how it works. For those of you that are more familiar with another system that shall not be named, it works by rolling a d20, and then depending on what your attributes are, instead of a flat modifier, you roll a dice, depending on what your score is. Now that is cool, but also all dice explode. So if you roll the maximum amount, then you roll the dice again and add it to your total, and end up getting a grand total from that. So, if you're unlucky, you can roll super low, but you can also we've had rolls over 100 before. So it can get pretty crazy, depending on what you're doing. So I don't know, you might pull up on your screen your character sheet there.
Sure.
Well, you want to describe your character first.
Sure. I am an absolutely gorgeous, attractive space orc. Don't ever think that can't be possible, because that is me, okay? I have a shield that I use to protect my allies, deploying force fields. And boy, am I attractive.
Is your name Johnny Bravo by chance?
So yeah, if you'll on the screen, if you can bring up your character sheet.
I have it up.
Okay, maybe it's just delayed
Okay.
because I don't see it on the,
Oh, nice.
I
on
see
the
it.
virtual. But anyways, so with there we go. Now I see it. So to fit the theme, the way that we built it, or the way he built his own character, I didn't help him with this. I built both Scrat's and Dave's characters for them. So we'll see how well I did. But so he's a defensive character. He's got this shield. We're doing a sci-fi setting, by the way, a little space setting here. So his shield's kind of like an energy shield that pops out. But he's picked feats for his character. So the way Open Legend works is you've got your base attributes, which are your physical, your mental, your social, and your extraordinary. And then you have feats and perks and flaws, and all that helps round out your character when you're creating it. So the feats that he grabbed are Battle Retribution, Defensive Mastery, which both of those play into him being a defender character. Defensive Mastery gives him an additional armor, but it also gives him an advantage, which means he gets to roll an extra attribute dice whenever he does defends. And Battle Retribution is really cool because if you successfully defend an attack, and you roll higher than the attack, the difference you get to deal damage back to the attacker.
Booyah.
So what's the flavor of that? Are you doing mental damage because you'd stop them, or does your shield like actually project the energy back?
Oh,
to
my
the
shield is penetrating them. Yes.
Wonderful. Good.
Whether it's
yeah.
reflecting the energy, it also has like force field, so it's like pushing it back and slamming it up against their bodies.
Yeah, and you've got an extraordinary attribute, which, superhero, you can think of that as your superpowers or things like that, or just being good at something. With Open Legend, you add your own flavor, your own fluff to everything to make it your own for your character. So he's put points into protection, which is what he's doing most of his defending with. It also gives him access to certain boons and banes that he can use as well. So he's also grabbed well-rounded, so that those scores that he's got low scores in, he's able to get advantage on the rolls to maybe do a little bit better.
Because I'm sexy.
Yeah, so sexy. Combat momentum means that when he drops somebody to 0, he gets to immediately move up to his speed. And lightning reflexes give him advantage to initiative. So then he's got a few flaws, which help round out that character. He's stubborn and ambitious. So what are you stubborn about? Everything, or?
Yeah, I'm the leader of the group. It's my way. And also, if I have my eyes set on some, attractive space orc lady, or even the dwarf ladies are fine, you can't stay out of my way.
I wonder how the others feel about you being the leader. Yeah. And there's attractive and extraordinary presence. You're really trying to be able to get those ladies, aren't you, with those perks?
Oh, I am. They're really drawn to me, honestly.
Yes. And I noticed that your weapon is a sawed-off needler, or space shotgun, basically.
Yes.
Any comment on that? You just, yeah, okay.
No, Chris is calling me out.
Oh. All right. So that's just a quick look at Krusk in space. Actually, I should. And I haven't used Forge in like probably a year, so I'm a little rusty with it. Well, oh no, that's not Krusk. That is the next player. Where's Krusk? There we go. All right. View character artwork. Show. There we
Boom.
go.
There's that handsome fella. Look at that. That's just the kind of guy you want to cuddle up with. Come on.
I noticed that you're already prepping for Circle Beard because your character is, missing hair on.
Oh. Stop it.
All right. Next up, we've got a gorilla in the room.
We do.
Yeah.
A space gorilla.
Look at this guy.
Space gorilla.
He's my best buddy. I can just tell now.
As long as Krusk believes that, right? So do you want to describe your character real quick here, Dave?
He's a mutated, genetically mutated space gorilla that wields 2 giant axes that are rocket propelled and laser based. It's a typical space alien.
Yeah,
Getting some Fathom vibes here.
I like that character, so I decided to try it in this one.
Yep. So I didn't have a description at first. The only description I had at first was he's a gorilla that wields rocket axes. I was like, okay. So I gave him climbing because he's a gorilla, so he's got, hands for feet, as gorillas tend to. So I figured he's very good at climbing up walls. Now, the feet climbing, you can go as far as you want with your character. You can go as just you have a climb speed equal to your base speed, or it can be like you have spider climb. Okay. So that's kind of a choice. Again, it's thinking about your character. So with him being able to grip, I can imagine him just being on the ceiling if he wants to be. I gave him 2-weapon brute. That lets him wield 2-handed weapons in one hand. So that's what he's got. These dual axes, giant axes, gives him more advantage. He's got multi-attack specialist. So normally, in Open Legend, you've got a major action, a move action, and then minor actions. So typically, you can only do 1 attack roll. But when you grab the multi-attack specialist feat, it lets you do multiple attacks. You just have to declare how many. So you'll notice, Dave, on your character sheet, I put powerful swing, cleaving death, and unending blows.
Yep.
Powerful swings is when you're just versus 1 opponent, so you're not doing a multi-attack. You have 3 advantage to the attack, which is pretty good. Cleaving death lets you do 2 separate attack rolls, and you have only 1 advantage to each of those because of doing an extra attack. And then you can do as much as, well, you can do a lot more than this, but probably doing more at disadvantage isn't a good idea. You could attack 3 times and have disadvantage to the attacks, but you get 3 attacks, which means more chances to explode, right? And of course, there's other ways to get advantage. If any of your fellow teammates end up bolstering you, that's a boon. They can give you advantage.
Or just being beautiful.
Well, depending on what you're rolling for. But yeah, if you flank or stuff, that can give you advantage. Situational things that make sense might throw you advantages. And then, of course, you have several banes that you're good at doing between having it on your weapon. So one of the benefits of weapons is they have some of the bane attacks that are listed with them. They're just a little better at doing those. So knockdown and stunned, you're pretty good at doing with those. And you'll notice you've got advantage 4 to those attacks.
Okay.
But what's cool is with the multi-attacks, you can combine regular damaging attacks as well as bane attacks with it. So you could do a knockdown first, then you have advantage on the next attack because they're prone, and do multiple attacks like that. But we'll kind of get to that as we go.
Honestly, the biggest thing is you just tell the mustache, hey, this is what my character would do, and then he'll tell you what to roll.
Yeah, exactly. And so one of the core elements of Open Legend is every roll matters. So it's not constantly wrong, which I don't think anybody in this group would have a problem with that. But sometimes when you come from certain other systems, you just automatically roll. You don't always need to roll. If it makes sense, there's plenty of time. There's not a challenge. You want to do something, you're going to just be able to do it most likely. So start with, hey, I want to do this, and then we'll explore that. You also have knowledge weapon systems. Okay, that's referring to whether it's ships or bases or things like that. That lets you basically have a score of 3 in your learning when you do rolls. So you're knowledgeable about weapon systems. And in some cases, you don't even need to roll if it's not a difficult CR. So in Open Legend, we use CR for challenge rating. So if it's a CR of 16 or lower, you automatically succeed on knowing stuff related to weapon systems.
All right.
So do you have any questions, Dave, about your character?
Nope.
All right. Now we'll move to the boring character.
That's me.
Yeah. We've got 𝒏𝒖𝒏𝒕. Don't know how that name came about, but yeah. So 𝒏𝒖𝒏𝒐𝒏𝒕 is, I created this one for Scrat fully. He didn't give me any input on this. I floated the idea and he seemed okay with it. So he's just a normal human that, you know, works at like the science stations of ships and he has a dream of finally getting that second book published. Now he's a writer. One of his perks is he's a profession writer. Another perk is that he's got disease immunity. Why that is, we might find out in a second. But unfortunately, he's a little sick. He's got a nut allergy. So got to be careful about that. And he's very cowardly. But he's really smart. He's got really high scores in learning and perception, so he can notice things and study them. And you know, he's got knowledge science. But one of his other things that he has is alternate form, because he is a were-squirrel. Not a werewolf, a were-squirrel. And so we've got his were-squirrel form here. Let's see. Show players. There we go.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
So when he transforms, you know, he turns into this tall giant were-squirrel that, you know, has claws that he can reach out. He also has a blowgun that he can shoot out nuts and acorns with, which is a risk because of his nut allergy, right? And one of his flaws while in his were form is he has a compulsion to talk about books. So,
speaking of books, if you don't have a chance right now, go to Amazon and type in 𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏 by Benjamin Walker, and you will find one of the best books that you could possibly find. If you haven't bought it yet, I really suggest. Our good friend here, Scrat, has wrote a book, and it is good, and you will enjoy it. I promise. Go buy it. All right, I'm done.
Good. One of the other perks is scent, so that gives him an additional, basically, advantage when he is trying to perceive via scent. But he has battle trance, which is kind of like a barbarian berserker, kind of thinking like that. Basically, it enhances his defenses, and it gives him advantage to attack rolls.
Hi, Rex. Hi, Galaxy Fox. Look at all these awesome people.
He also
up.
has reckless attack, which means, Scrat, for if you take 5 damage to your HP, you can do an additional attack or just an attack as a minor action instead of a normal major action.
Got it.
But you're taking that 5 hit to your HP to stress yourself to do that, basically. So, do you have any questions about your character?
Probably when we get into it.
Sure, yeah. I knew you were going.
But I mean, I looked over it, and like I said, I tried to read the book.
It's not as complicated as it seems.
No, this game was scheduled very fast, and I didn't have my normal 2 weeks to read.
Hey, don't tell Jacob that you want to try something and not expect him to make something happen, eh?
Look, it was what, yesterday or the day before that we decided that I'd be GMing this instead of you, Jacob?
Yeah, yep. There was that miscommunication.
Yeah. So anyways, the story that we're jumping into here is you guys have been working together for a while, whatever has caused that to happen.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, just to make it easier, somehow you put up with each other. And you have recently received a bit of information. There is an asteroid base that has recently sent out a distress signal, and possibly part of the reason that at least 2 of you are interested in it is because they do experiments with animals there sometimes, with some gene splicing and some things like that. So there's a bit of possible curiosity in that, but there is a distress signal and a possible reward related to it, not to mention that it being a science-based asteroid station. There are, of course, you know, things that the science-minded might be able to find and use to do things with.
Oh, I have a chance to find my centaur lady there. Oh, maybe you'll find a cephalopod lady. That's fine too.
You got something for extra limbs.
Maybe there'll be a centipede lady.
That's a... Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, sure, I'll try anything once, right?
you're gonna break me tonight, Jake.
So what we're going to start off with is a little bit of a challenge event. You guys are basically in your ship. So Jacob has claimed to be the leader. Is there anybody who's actually the leader, I think?
I'm just the pretty face. Come on, you know this.
I'm smart enough to put the brood up front, so.
And the brute's not smart enough to do either.
So I am the leader. Ha ha ha!
I will be sandwiched between the two broods.
All right. Well, but right now you're on the spaceship. So you guys are approaching. What kind of spaceship do you guys imagine yourselves having? Do you have a small one? Do you have a big one? Cargo? Is it more fighting based?
If Jacob's flying, it's probably a trashy one full of fast food wrappers.
Yeah, buddy. I was at Space Donald's last night and got me some French fries. I still got some left over. You want one?
No.
Are you flying a Space Winnebago? Is that what we have?
Oh God, yes.
It's a Woody.
100%.
All right. So you're maneuvering your Space Winnebago towards the station. It is a major asteroid. There's a few small asteroids around it, so you got to kind of avoid it. So the way that I like to do challenge events, basically you can only use an attribute once, and there'll be a couple rounds. Probably in this case, there's only 2 rounds. So you're going to have to end up picking 2 different attributes that you contribute to helping achieve the goal, which in this case is to reach the airlock without dying. Would be probably ideal. So as you're flying, you're coming in, you've jumped out of the hyper lanes, and you're heading in, and you see a couple asteroids your way. Who wants to go first? What are you going to do to help maneuver yourself to the air dock while not crashing into smaller asteroids?
I look at the pilot.
Who's spylighting, by the way? Is it me?
I thought it was Jacob.
I thought it was too.
I look at myself in the mirror and I said, "You are handsome looking." Oh, hold on, guys! I'm supposed to be flying this, and I'd like to use my perception to navigate my way through this situation.
All right, so go ahead and roll. You might check your perks and your feats to see if there's anything that give you advantage. I don't think there is for you.
I'm pretty sure attractive does absolutely give me advantage to this.
Yeah, I think actually that's going to give you a disadvantage because you keep looking in the mirror.
All right, I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Ooh, wow, a 7.
So the breakdown of this dice is I roll the d20, I roll the 2, and then I roll the disadvantage, so I keep the lowest, so I roll 2 5s, so I have a 7 total. 5 plus 2 is 7.
Now, you do have legend points. They rolled before the start of the stream because I decided to be fair. Instead of just not giving any to Jacob, I let him roll. He rolled a 2, Dave rolled a 2, and Scrat rolled a 5. So they each have that many legend points. So in open legend, a legend point you can spend to give yourself advantage on a roll and a +1. The way that I do my games is if you have advantage on the roll when you spend a legend point, you get to keep 1 extra of your attribute dice. So in this case, you rolled a 7. You're kind of looking, you look in the mirror. Nobody knows why you're looking in the rearview mirror. You can't even see out the back of the Winnebago when you do that.
Well, Tia and Tori. Thank
and
you.
You nearly hit an asteroid. So that is definitely 1 failure and no successes so far. Who else is going to, what are you doing to help?
I got points in learning. Do I learn from this idiot's mistakes and reroute us?
You also have knowledge science, right? So you could be running the science station on the Winnebago, which is external. So on a spaceship, when I think of science versus engineering, science is checking out the external areas, whereas engineering would be the internal. So you could roll, and knowledge would give you advantage to the roll for using learning to scan your way or try and figure out the best route.
So how does that work from the sheet. I see
So on
knowledge
the sheet,
here.
if you click on the word learning under mental, it should pop up.
Okay.
And then from there, just manually enter in 1 for advantage. Or
Okay.
you can hit the advantage +1 button. I think it rolls with
I
+1.
We got an explodey 6 in there.
Explodey. Nice. Yep. So you got a 17 total, which the CR for this is 15. So you guys need to roll above a 15. So 17 is definitely above that.
Legend Master, I do have
Yes.
something for you. You have a advantage whenever you're ready to use it.
Oh, against you guys?
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Advantage versus you guys. Excellent. So yeah, you guys have 1 success, 1 failure so far as you're navigating through here.
Gorok is going to jump on the weapon systems and try to not necessarily blow up the asteroids, but kind of push them away with the guns.
Sure, like concussive blast to kind of make them.
Exactly.
Okay. So tell me, what kind of weapon system have you installed on this Winnebago?
It has to be pies, right?
Absolutely is pies.
All right. All right. So roll for your pies. So using the station, even though you have knowledge, you could roll like your agility for precision aiming.
That's what I was thinking.
But because you have the knowledge, it still gives you advantage to this.
Okay, so I have one advantage.
Yes.
I do feel like that my shield is in a charging port, just so you know if you ever wanted to use that. T and Tori, thank you for being here.
Okay, that didn't roll. Why didn't that roll?
Because you broke it.
Level of...
Yeah, so if you just click on agility, it should. Yeah, there you go.
I think I put too high.
Too many times. Advantage 4. Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah.
A little high.
Let me try again. Advantage is 1. Let me try that again. That better? 36.
Wow. Yeah, you exploded on 2 of the dice there. So yeah, 36 would be definitely 2 successes on that. So you help offset the horrible perception there of
Gronk is sitting with a banana half eaten in his mouth, and he takes a bite of it and he goes, "Well, back in my day, we used to do things forcefully." Now, Gronk is only 4 years old.
just a strong 4 years old. But all right, so coming back around, you guys have 3 successes. You do want 6 total before you get to 4 failures, which shouldn't be hard, but we'll see. Jacob,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm going to summon my protective force field and channel it through the ship's extra growing power force field with my shield.
Yeah, okay.
I'm using protection.
All right, roll that protection. I'll let you have the advantage from your shield being in the charging bay.
I'm going to need it. That's a 20.
Exploded. Yeah, that's a success. There you go. So he rolled a 9 on his d20, and then a 4 and a 6. The 6 exploded for only 1, a measly 1. So that's another success. So you guys have 4 successes, 1 failure. You guys are getting closer. You can see the airlock ahead, but you still got to do a little bit more maneuvering. You notice that there is I'll say, since somebody wants to be attractive, there is a news camera bot that has flown in, but unfortunately it's positioned itself in the way. So how is either Scrat or
Hey, put us near that one. Wait, I'm driving. Help us draw attention. Flag that guy down. They got to see my beautiful face.
I use persuasion to try and make him ignore it.
Oh, try to make Krusk ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Boo.
What's your role
just a
that
little-
goes with that?
So you're really close. What another aspect of Open Legend is success, success, but with a complication, or the story progresses with a failure, right? So you're only 2 away. So I'm willing to do like a little devil's bargain with you here if you want. You don't have to accept it.
All right.
But you can go ahead and have a success, but you're going to the stress of having to talk with Krusk and get him to not focus on that camera is you're going to twist your back, you're going to tweak it, you're going to take a lethal damage.
Ouch. This is starting to sound too much like reality. I don't like it anymore. So what is lethal damage here?
So basically it permanently lowers your max HP until you're able to recover it.
Okay. By how much?
Just by 1 to start with.
Yeah, I'll take that.
He's being nice.
Being nice, yeah.
So do I just put 1 in here and it?
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
should.
it automatically did. Okay.
Yep. There you go.
Nice.
So yeah, you tweak your back. So what do you say to him? How do you convince him here?
So I come up and I'm just angry because I'm a grumpy old writer science man, right? And then he's not a monkey, he's the orc. So he's over there, talking about getting on the camera and everything. And I was like, you stupid orc. Smack him upside the head, but he's so hard headed it hurt me instead. So I was like, you stupid orc. Dadgummit, you broke my back.
And as you smack, your hand glances off. I use the best head wax, and so you just and you put a I have to now buff my head out before we meet with anybody.
Get the monkey to do it.
Monkey, get the buffer out.
How do you like being called a monkey?
I hate being called a monkey.
Oh, sorry. Gore, Ronka.
Can I slug him in the shoulder with a punch so hard it throws us back on course?
Absolutely.
That would
We'll
be
allow
a
this.
that would be a might, right?
Yes. Oh, there's an explosion. Nice, a 28 total. So that would be two successes again. So you guys have 7 successes, 1 failure. You're going to try and buff, and your shoulder gets punched, and you guys get redirected.
3 Stooges much, right? Ding dong. Yeah, exactly.
Now we're going to find out how well I prepared this map in Foundry.
I see a map.
I do see a map.
Okay, so you guys are here. That is the air dock. I do not have an image of your Winnebago, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, we don't have access to drawing tools. Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Ah!
I don't know that I want to do that either. Actually, I think I need to read.
Might be off for a reason.
Okay, so you guys can see what you can see. Except I might have let you see too much
That's okay.
previously.
I'll leave it zoomed in.
Sure. Where that's here, and then where is the other thing?
All right. Gorilla Man.
Yes. I'm not a man though.
Gorilla Boy.
I'm a gorilla.
Gorilla.
What do you want?
Could you open the door for me, buddy? I freshly waxed my head. My hands are a bit slippery. How do I look, by the way?
Awful.
Green.
Oh, I could have sworn I just saw a beautiful woman. My wife brought me water. It was never mind. It was funny for me.
I noticed. So yeah, the airlock is locked, but you have connected the side of your Winnebago to it and have to try and enter this station. You do have a few outside windows that you can kind of see with, and I will say if you want to like fly around, you can pretend to be doing that by just moving your character left and right to see what you might see. The immediate things that you notice is that all the lights seem to be off on the station. So you just have the whatever sun is doing the primary illumination of this system.
They must have nocturnal animals in there. What kind of pretty ladies would be nocturnal?
Promiscuous ones.
I'm a bit nervous. There's those ones kind of scare me a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Well, you'll be right at home. Does science work for trying to get this door open?
Yeah, you can definitely use science to try and connect to the asteroid station.
So does smashing it.
That's
now,
true.
since there's currently no threat of time, I'll let you have an additional advantage to this roll, but you will probably succeed. This is your roll will determine if there's any complications.
Don't tell them the CR.
Would it be the learning one, I guess?
Yeah. So you'd roll learning for your science, and you have one advantage from knowledge and one from being outside of a stressful situation. It's kind of like doing a focus action, which I might cover. 20 is pretty good. So you're able to science away pretty fast, and the door becomes unlocked for the initial airlock portion.
Well, there's another door.
Yes, it's an airlock.
I forgot.
So you guys all get in there. We'll draw your wear form when you need it. But yeah. So you guys all pile in there. It does its decompression system, but is pitch dark where you are. I would assume that you're very... Oh, actually, are you guys wearing space suits when you enter this place, or are you just walking in?
No, I'd be wearing my spacesuit.
Okay.
I don't...
But not the orc. He just... Because he's talking about his face was exposed.
Oh, I'm not wearing... I'm almost naked. I'm wearing my traditional orcish homeland clothing. Loincloth and shield with my shotgun across my back.
Very good. Very good.
So yeah, as the air decompresses, the loincloth kind of flaps up a little bit for a second.
Yes.
As the cleaning cycle runs, and then the door clicks as it unlocks, and the door behind you locks. Now it is somewhat dark in here.
Oh, I'm locked out. Oh no.
Oh, were you badly positioned?
Yeah, it happens. If you just open the door for me. There we go. Perfect.
Decompression happens, you all die.
Yeah.
All right, that was fun. So you do notice there
Hello!
Okay, well, that'll have something happen. There are lights above that look like they could possibly be turned on.
We have
But currently-
flashlights.
Yeah, you'd have flashlights.
I'd turn my
Find my
flashlight
helmet.
on.
Yeah, I think if I just go into your settings, light.
I forgot my light. Oh no.
What? 40/20 standard, right?
Something like that.
Did that do lights for you guys?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't see none.
I see an enemy.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and as you say hello, there is a robotic voice that says, "Motion detected."
Oh yeah, look at this motion.
And we'll go ahead and roll initiative here. So for initiative, default in open legend is agility, but I'll let you guys roll whatever makes sense, and we'll enter that in for your initiative.
Agility makes sense. So just roll agility for me.
Yep. I think if you hit the int mod under your player name, it should.
That you have to put us into combat mode to do that.
Okay, how do I do that?
Highlight all of our tokens, right click, and then there's a cross swords, just toggle combat state.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I need to pop this out, right?
Oh, I didn't do my.
How do I pop out the?
You have to have the pop out downloaded, or you can right click on it.
Yeah.
Right click doesn't seem to do anything.
Yep, so you have to have the module.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then okay, so I add nice. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. Oh yeah, we got some great rolls there for initiative. Oh hey, it popped out now. What the heck? Okay. That works. All right. So, oh wow. Okay, so one of them can see. Cool. All right. So Gorak, yeah, you guys can maybe. Well, you can see what you can see, I suppose.
What am I seeing?
You see a floating circular sphere that is floating, and it has turned at the noise of your wonderful orc making an announcement.
Hey, little buddy, we're looking to see if everything's okay around here. What's
So in combat, you have, I mentioned it earlier, you've got a major action, a move action, and minor action. Minor actions are things like getting something out of your bag, opening a door, closing a door. You have, in theory, unlimited of those as long as they're each unique.
Okay.
So yeah, you can move. You got 30 feet of movement as standard for most characters.
I guess I'll move up to it.
And just since we're in initiative, it doesn't always mean that it's combat, but
Right.
you can do, of course, whatever you want.
I'll move
Yes.
up to it.
Yes,
and
Chris.
I'll be like, we are here to find out what's going on. We are not enemies.
Okay, so it sounds like you're trying to kind of persuade this guy.
Yeah.
So, rolling your persuasion, you could try and use your presence of being an awesome gorilla. It's going to be a slightly different CR versus persuasion, but both can work typically for this situation.
I think I'm just gonna do. I know it's straight roll, but I think I'm gonna just do persuasion
Okay.
because he's not very good. So
Now, again, if you want to use a legend point, you can always do that too. Oh, and I forgot to mention, or I think I mentioned to you, but not to the stream. You guys all have one legend point that you can give to another player for something they do that's you think is cool.
I am definitely doing a traditional orcish throat singing, and in that I'm giving you a legend point before you roll.
okay, so what's a legend point do?
It gives you advantage, but you get to keep both dice. Do I allow that on a D20? Well, we'll see. So it basically gives you advantage and a +1 to the roll.
Ugh.
That was very poor.
So altogether, that would be a 7 with. Cool. All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it does like a little scan thing as it's listening to you speak. We'll get to what happens with that in just a second. How do I progress the?
She's just in the back losing it.
Did you hit begin combat? Begin
Yeah,
encounter,
make a comment.
There we go.
and then yeah.
Okay. All right. So Krusk, what are you doing as you throat sing?
Yeah, I'm orcish throat singing, a sign of peace, but I might have to switch it to war. Hello, yeah, and I'm going to run right up and stand before him like this. And then I'm going to raise my shield up. And I guess I'm going to put a barrier around us.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to invoke a boon is what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
Are you doing the barrier boon or are you doing resistance?
I was thinking about doing barrier.
Okay.
And then I was just double checking with barrier. I can do two properties if I make power level 5.
Yes.
So I put my shield up and I get excited and it does things.
You also need to choose the size of the barrier, right? Are you doing a line? Because you've got an enemy, well, not an enemy, but you've got a floating eye in front and behind you, right?
Yep. I'm going to block us from the one down the hallway.
Okay.
To the, we'll just say west. Yep.
Okay. So basically a 5 foot. So yeah, that's no disadvantage to that. So yeah, you get, so when you do a boon, you roll to find out how powerful you do it at. So all the boons have different power levels in them, depending on the specific boon in question. But so power level 1 has a CR of 12. It's basically 10 plus 2 times the power level. So he wants to get power level 5 as the max that he can do because that's what his attribute score is. And so that would be 5 times 2 is 10 plus 10 is 20. He got 21. He succeeds at the highest.
So I want it to be a projection of my beautiful face. And I want it to be... So
you want it to be damaging is what you're...
I was more going for obscuring and hindering.
Okay. Obscure and hinder. All right.
And
sounds good. So there's
the end of my turn.
Barrier there. Floating eye. Image processing error.
Oh,
as it has the secure. You hear the flicking of the lights coming on in this hallway. And yeah. It does not like that. So it used an action to do that, but it's also going to move kind of through the barrier to try and see better. And it scans Gorak, and
However you say it.
yeah, goes possible escaped specimen.
No, he's my specimen.
But that is all it can do. Why are you a test? What is that? Oh, I know why. I know why.
He's fixing things. But, all right.
Update token. Whatever.
It might not update it in the initiative order.
Yeah,
because it already pulled the information. It's not a beta. He's our test subject. Hey, 𝒏𝒖𝒏𝒕 would like to add a baddie. She paid for it.
Oh, adding a baddie. Oh, that's interesting. That could be fun. Let's have.
Thank you for the love. We appreciate it.
All right, adding a baddie. Excellent. Okay, but it is. Nope. Let me go here. There we go. It is your turn, Benji.
All right, so it was a long drive out here. I'm already frustrated, and I'm getting more frustrated by the second. So can I turn into the 𝑴𝒐𝒏𝒖𝒏𝒕?
Absolutely.
All right.
So what does this transformation look like?
Lots of swearing, which is not appropriate for this stream. So and he's just like kind of doing this, like pulling his own face down because he's, like I said, it was a long drive up here. And as soon as we got here, 2 seconds in, and they're already screwing everything up. So he's just livid and just fur starts coming out and the tail just pops out. Sounds like a champagne popping, you know.
Nice. Now to go into alternate form. Oh, actually, I'm gonna make sure I'm not saying this wrong. I'm pretty sure it is a focus action to transform between the forms.
This is what
So
we've been waiting for.
Yep. So this takes a full turn. You got to use your major, your move, and your minors to be able to like transform into this. So we suddenly have a giant squirrel in the back.
Yeah, you just hear there. Yeah. Doop, 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 doop.
That was awesome.
And then the other floating eye, it also scanned Gorak at first, but you attempted to persuade it with that wonderful 7. Escaped specimen confirmed. And it will...
He's my escaped specimen. What don't you understand about this?
You stop calling me yours. I'm no man's.
I thought we were each other's.
Sadness. So that is a 16 versus your toughness, which your toughness is pretty high, I think.
It's
Oh, no, it's
16.
not. It's only
16.
16. It is. It meets. So there are 3 defense attributes in Open Legend. There's your guard, which is your ability to kind of evade. Your toughness, which is your ability to bodily take things. And your resolve, which is your mental defense. So Gorak has a wonderful guard of 22, but his toughness is only a 16. And so this thing is sending out this gas that it sprayed right in its face. So it's his body's toughness. But we do have, if he feels like it, Krusk right next to him, who is a defender.
Already on it.
All right, so he rolled to protect his dear friend and companion.
Get back! It's mine!
Now he rolled a 27 versus the 16. So that means that's a difference of 11. So he does 11 damage back to this floating eye as a result.
My projected face slams into it with force.
So yeah, the gas kind of like gets dispersed and that energy blast just hits into it and it goes, warning, warning, call Ma. And we'll let that be the person that's coming to join this fight.
Oh, we got a Ma coming?
We got a Ma coming.
Is he
So
destroyed?
it kind of, no, it is still up, but it is bloodied, we will say.
All right.
And Gorak, it's your turn. They just tried to spit in your face, and you've got two things calling you specimens.
Can I do cleaving death? And cut?
Absolutely.
So, all right.
So you'll basically end up clicking it twice.
Okay. So roll once.
Mm-hmm.
23.
23. And which one do you want that to be against?
I'm in danger.
The one that's damaged already.
Okay.
I'll hit that one first.
All right. And then roll again for the hitting. Oh, well, actually, I guess you might want to see if this guy's down or not. You could attack him. All right. Guard of 13. So you do 10 damage. So you take out that guy.
And then I attack the other one for 30.
Rude. Very rude. Now, what's interesting is, actually, technically with both of those, you did exceptional success. If you do 10 plus over their defense, you can choose a couple options, one of which is doing a free Bane against them. And in this case, do a 17 damage. You're an animal.
Wow.
So yeah, you can do a free Bane. So the ones that make sense are usually the ones that are already attached to your weapons or to your attack, right? So
Let's do stunned.
all right, yeah. So he is stunned. I don't know if I have an easy way to.
There
okay.
is.
Oh, gee,
It's
was
in
there so many?
alphabetical order.
R-S. There we go. Stunned. Okay. So he is stunned. Good job.
And
Now-
that will be it.
You still technically have your movement, but you don't have to use it.
I think I'm gonna stay right here.
Now, what you could have done, you can choose to forego any minor actions and move actions and get an advantage to your major action.
Okay. Note to
So
self.
for future reference. Now, if you multi-attack, you'd only get that benefit to one of the multi-attacks.
Right. So if I did cleaving death, I would only get one with 2 advantage, correct? Because it already has 1 advantage on it.
Correct. Yes. Exactly. All right, Crest, what are you doing? Now, since
Nothing.
Crest defended, what defending does is it uses your next major action to do the defend because it's outside of your turn. So he doesn't have a major action, but he still has a move. Another benefit which he didn't utilize here is when you do a defend, you can move up to half your speed. And the person, if you're defending somebody else, you can allow them to move half their speed.
I'm just chill here.
Just chill here.
Just
All
chill
right.
here. Minor action to sustain. Oh, I didn't make it immobile, so I'm just going to drop the barrier.
Oh, gotcha. Excellent. All right, so it's the other floating eye who just got hurt. It's a little stunned. It's wibbly wobbly. What is it going to do? It doesn't like being hurt. Dangerous specimen. Dangerous specimen. Alert.
Yeah, he is.
Alert.
I wink at him.
He is not too happy about that. So the effect of stunned is that during their turn, they can only do either a major action, a move action, or a minor action. And so the action that it is doing is it is sending an alert out, is what it is attempting to do. Well, now it is the were-rat's turn.
Yeah. All right. So I think it's just right at 30 if I get right here.
Yeah, and you can move through your allies.
All right. Do I actually have a saxophone, or is that just the picture?
I mean, if you want to have a saxophone, you can have one.
Thinking
It's,
he could
it's
have.
a club and a dart gun.
Yeah, that's the blowgun. It's the
There you go.
saxophone. Okay, so it's actually one of those smaller ones. I forget what they're called. So he's gonna like twirl it a bit and catch it by the mouthpiece, and he's gonna use it like a club. We're just gonna down on this machine.
Yeah, so you just go ahead and
Now, can I my battle trance? Can I turn that on? That says it's free action. So
yeah, so you can go ahead and activate that,
okay.
and that'll give you an additional advantage over what it normally does.
Yeah.
So for this, just go ahead and roll your top one, the read my books,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you're actually using a weapon here instead of doing a ranged attack.
Yeah.
And then just add one additional advantage.
It already has 3 in there. Does it need one more?
Oh, it automatically did the thing for battle trance.
Yep.
Awesome.
All the dice.
Wow. Well, you had
Here we go.
had a multi-exploding 26. All right, so describe how you completely destroy this floating eye.
All right, so like I said, he's just kind of stomping through there because he's so mad. He did the little twirl with the thing, caught it by the mouthpiece, and he just right from up above comes down on top of it, smashes it down into the ground.
What a good specimen.
Who gave the enemy to add to this fight?
𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬.
𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬.
This is like they just positioned themselves perfectly, 𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬, for the attack that this creature has. The door opens, and you see a bot that looks kind of like a female robot, I guess, motherly. It turns into a ball and rolls all the way across to the other door.
Specimens, watch out!
All right. Crush. Awesome. And I'll use the advantage too.
Oh, wow. Let's go.
So this is versus all of your guards. She basically turns into a ball, rolls through you to the other side. So this is against all of you.
Well,
For
I'm going to roll to defend.
Okay. I tend to roll high in my games, by the way. So
He does.
We'll see how that goes. Another way you can use your legend point is you can use it against me to make me re-roll one of my dice.
I'm going to use a legend point right now.
Okay.
I am. I'm doing it.
For your defend roll?
Yeah. So I got to add a +1 to this.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
You stinking dice. Whatever. I got a 12.
Yeah, I see that. Well, but you spent a legend point, so you get to keep one more dice. So you get to keep a 3. So that brings it to a 14.
Yeah.
15 with the
Thank you
+1.
for your encouragement.
Yeah. So it's a 15, which I think is not better than it. Well, yeah, I don't think that's better than anybody's guard. So, all right. So this is 28 versus your guard. The difference is how much damage it does to you. Now, you guys can do a defend interrupt too. You don't have to be a defend build, but it does take your next major action away from you. So it's just a question of if you want to take that damage or not.
I'll just take the damage. It's only 6 for me.
Yeah, I think it's only 5 for wear square. I don't know why I can't say squirrel when I add it with wear. It's like the second
Fair
time.
square.
Wear squirrel. Wear squirrel.
I just do 6 on current, right?
Yep.
For damage.
We subtract, yeah, from your current.
What was the alternative to just taking the damage? We can't.
You could do a defend roll yourself, which is whatever attribute makes sense, like agility to try and jump out of the way of the attack. And if you get higher than a 28, then it doesn't do damage. But you've got to get higher than a 23, which is your guard, with your roll. So if you think you can do that.
And then if I fail the roll, I just end up taking the damage anyway, right?
Yep. And then you wouldn't have your next major action. So Kruska's built for it, even though he rolled horribly, because he's got a shield, he's got the additional advantage to the rolls.
Yeah, but she's a good-looking robot.
I mean,
All right, I'll take the damage. How much was it for me, you said?
You know what? I know why I failed the roll.
why'd you fail the roll?
Because I was confused. I got kind of scared that she was going to hurt me. You know, she's kind of above my class, if you know what I mean.
So you got 23 guards, so you'd take 5 damage.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, she's too high, past your class. Okay, so that was her turn. Benji already went. She went. All right, Gorak, it's your turn. You just got partially crushed by a big ball.
I didn't like that.
When she gets to the other end, she goes back into normal mom mode.
I choose you.
I'm gonna run across this wall and leap off of it and smash one of my axes directly into her head with powerful swing.
So since you're kind of like describing a cool move, I'll let that give you an advantage.
Okay, and I was gonna use powerful swing to do it. So, so does that mean I bump up to 4?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
come on!
wow.
That was almost a 19.
Our
mean,
dice
it's
rolls are kicking our butts tonight.
Still a 16, which technically does hit. The guard is 15. Now there's minimum damage of 3. So even though you only beat the guard by 1, you'd still do 3 damage to her. So, yay. Beating up Ma, how could you? And that was your movement and all that. So yeah. All right, Crest, what are you going to do if you don't have a major action?
I'm going to step down the hallway for just a little bit. Major action. And, she's a bit dominating, one would say. I'm not sure I like that.
And Benji, what are you doing?
I'm large, right? As a squirrel. Or
Well, we didn't cover that, but you're medium, I would say. You're human-sized.
yeah.
I mean, we could make you giant if you want.
Well, that I realized as soon as I said large, that probably implied something different. I just meant
Yeah.
like 6 feet tall or something.
Yeah, you're full size.
Yeah. All right. So is she standing up? She's like
Yeah, she's unbald.
unbald.
Bald.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to attempt to do is take this saxophone. I'm going to grab the opposite end of it now, the fat end, and I'm just going to grab her head and ram the mouthpiece right into her gut. Just
Okay. Are you trying to do damage to her?
yes,
Okay.
yes, absolutely. So
Wow, 24. That will definitely hit.
That was brave little saxophone music, by the way.
Oh,
I don't hear none.
you're one shy of exceptional success.
dang it.
You deal 9 damage. If you want to postmortem, if you want to use your legend point after the fact, I'll let that go ahead and be exceptional success.
Sure. How come we don't get to hear the music, Jacob?
Because I'm mean.
Such good music. I made it.
All right, so you deal 10 damage. So that means you can automatically apply a Bane.
Okay.
Banes, I think you're good at applying, are like persistent damage and... Let's see, what do I got here for you? Disarmed. She doesn't really have anything she's holding as a weapon.
I can take her arms. That'll
Yeah, you
disarm
can try and
her.
take her arms. Persistent damage, which means it'll continue to do damage to them.
Okay. Well, I mean, I did drive a saxophone into her gut, so
Yeah, so she's starting to spark, and some of the fluids, robotic
Coming out of
fluids,
the
are starting to leak out. So, which means on her turn, she will deal damage that you get to roll. Let's see what you got. Power level 5. So you could be power level 6 actually with persistent damage, which is 1d8 damage. So roll me a d8, which it does explode if you get the explosion.
almost.
Wow. All right, 7 damage. Ma is not looking good. She's kind of shorting a little bit. Let's see. Let me have what is each of your presents? Not Krusk. We don't care about Krusk.
Presents?
Presents, yeah.
3.
2.
This music is slapping, bro.
Dude,
All
it's
right,
good,
so
isn't
she
it?
is going
It's just
to
like-
I'm
she's
using it
going
in
to
my next
attack the
video.
were-squirrel.
Do what?
Because you have lower presence, so that means lower luck. She's going to open her mouth and then open it more and then open it more and then try and bite you. $18. I think that does not beat your guard.
23.
So she tries to bite, but so she slips a little bit on some of the fluids that have dropped onto the floor and isn't quite. She's going to use her move action to
slippery when wet.
try and no longer be bleeding out. Does not succeed. So to simplify, attempting to resist banes that are on you, it's just a flat d20 roll. If you get 10 or higher, you successfully remove whatever bane you were trying for.
Okay.
So she got a 6, did not succeed, is still bleeding. And then it is Gorak's turn.
I think I am going to go ahead and use powerful swing to try to swing at her head. Because I don't like her. She's annoying.
She almost tried to bite you too. Oh wow.
What
Some
the?
explosions. You exploded on both your d6s.
Yeah, well,
So this is where it can get crazy with the legend, because he only rolled a 5 on the d20, but he rolled a 21 on his d6s.
right.
So yeah, describe how you cleave Ma.
This axe comes flying across her face and just literally splits. She opens her mouth in surprise and just splits her mouth as she drops down.
As this
So
oil
she starts to look like a
sprays.
Canadian.
That's so wrong. As the oil sprays, Cross is gonna run and do like the double knee slide and catch her. No.
She is no longer functioning.
I drop her to the ground and stand up. Well done, specimens.
Do not call me a specimen.
But they can call you a specimen? I mean, come on.
Are they still alive?
I mean, were they ever alive?
And then I will say that's the smartest thing either one of you have said since we got here. Pull the saxophone out.
Excuse me.
So, what you immediately see with that door still open, it looks like there's some sort of gym to the, and not a jewel gym, but a workout gym to the right there.
Oh, check out this place. Has it been used recently?
No, it does not look like it's been used. There's some heavy weights, there's some floating bouncing balls, and a trampoline that is in this room.
So I think I'm due for a hurt here. Does my battle trance wear off and I take some fatigue or something? I think.
Yes, so you'll take 1 level of fatigue as battle trance wears off, which first level of fatigue isn't too bad.
Where does that go?
I don't think the sheet has a tracking for that.
All right, well,
But-
I can write it down over here though.
But basically, the target has disadvantage 1 on all non-attack action rolls. At first level of fatigue.
If you right click on your token, there's a little like aura or sign status effects. Fatigue is in there.
Okay. I don't know if it auto applies.
I
the
don't know,
disadvantage
but
stuff.
at least you can track it there.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of fatigue?
You have to spend typically a full day rest, or if somebody has restoration, they can potentially remove.
Specimen had to ask me nicely. My shield can do all kinds of things. Here, come stroke my shield.
Oh.
Nope.
No, it's got healing properties. Just place your hand right there.
That I can do.
So what you notice is that the lights are currently only on in the hallway. When those floating eyes seem to turn them on, all the other lights still seem to be off. Wow.
Shield sucks.
Dice
Well,
rolls,
you
man.
know,
Your shield's made out of essential oils. Get this out of my face.
Just give
It
me
has
a
nut
headache.
oil on it.
yeah, what happens is Krusk looks down and sees the fallen maw and what could have been, and just can't bring himself to restore Scrat. It's very sad.
I think I need to charge my shield. Sorry about that, buddy.
So at least for the next little bit, you won't be able to try, but in a little bit, I might let you attempt again. But yeah, so you passed 2 doors on your way down here. You have this door that's open. If the door is unlocked, you should just be able to click on it to open it.
Yep.
But you can describe to me what you're wanting to do or look at or check out at any time.
What do I
So
see?
the room you're entering is an entertainment room. So there's as you enter, music plays as illusions light up several screens in the room. And
Is it saxophone music?
roll me a d6. I like to roll exploding d6 for determining rank. No, there's no saxophone music.
This music
I'm
is the
playing
worst.
it. I'm playing it. We're doing it anyway.
Country music. Ah.
What? How dare you? Get out of here.
Yeah, on screen there's like some animals dancing or something, and
Can I download images of me and put them on there?
roll your learning or logic to do so effectively.
Upload.
Yeah, see how well you can use these devices, unless you've got another attribute that makes sense.
Protection.
No.
I'm learning. I am rolling with advantage because I'm awesome.
because you're well-rounded.
Yeah, that's
15.
why.
Yeah, you guys are watching some of the entertainment, and suddenly Krusk's face is everywhere.
I did some calendar photo shoots recently, and so I thought I'd put a couple of those up there with a link of where to get the calendar.
Some aggressive marketing.
Hey, all I gotta do, listen, I gotta fund all of this crazy stuff. What you see over there, buddy? Not a specimen. Oh, baddie plus advantage to players, and that actually puts us at $50. 𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬, that's spoiled. Thank you.
So Bane Boone poll.
This is going to be a Bane Boone poll if I can make it work.
Right. What you see when you open that door, Gorak, is it looks like a big sand pit, like a sand plain area. And in the middle are 3 large sand castles made of kinetic sand.
I found where the big kitty goes.
Hmm.
Can
I-
sandcastles, huh?
Am I bigly and strongly enough to grab one of these monitors and throw it out in the middle of the sand?
Yeah, you can probably just do that. You got a score of like 5, like Gorak does, don't you? In your wear form.
Yes, might is 5.
Yeah, so yeah, you can just grab a monitor and toss it into the sand.
Yeah, I'm out here or something.
You know what, Gorak? I think because you actually were a specimen at one point, I think you're familiar with the sand pit and how it works. Basically, when you're in the sand, you can use your mind to just make the sand form into whatever you want.
Gotcha.
So that's how the kinetic sand works. And I'm guessing you're wanting to throw it in there to see if anything happens.
Yeah, or if there's something in the sand.
There does not appear to be anything in the sand. You do notice that there is a door to the south, Gorak, as well as a door to the north. Oops, which I opened. But that's okay.
Slightly whisper to the squirrel. Don't tell Kronk, but he could make statues of himself here.
Oh no. This is the worst day ever.
All right, it is up and it should be working. All you have to type in is capital BANE or capital BOON. Press enter and it should vote, hopefully, if I did this right. And I'm checking out the sand, and it's I don't know what kinetic sand is, so
Yeah, there's some sand castles. So, and like I said, you notice, and as you've been entering more of those rooms, it's like the station is recognizing that you're in here, and the lights are starting to come on more. Of course, you've got your flashlights, but we'll go ahead and.
Oh, I meant just the capital letter B and then OON, not all caps. Sorry, I might have said that wrong.
You did say that wrong.
My bad.
You
I'm
terrible
trying.
person.
Copy what it says on the screen. So, Glenn, you're probably going to have to retype Boone, and same thing with 𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬. Mobby.
Leave it all capital if it's Bane, though.
Maybe we just like to shout.
All right, so yeah, you got a sand pit to play in, boys. What do you want to do? That door is locked, by the way, Gorak.
This one is?
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear that they bury great treasures in the sand. Will you bury me?
As you say that, Krusk, some of the sand forms into a treasure chest at first when you mention treasure. And then when you say bury, some of the sand starts to like kind of part and form a hole for somebody to get into.
Oh, I get in the hole.
Does anybody else want to do something when he gets in the hole?
Oh,
Me out. I'm treasure.
Let him stay in there.
Daniel Stacy, I see you in there, buddy.
The sand starts to cover you to bury you since you wish to be buried.
I would like to be in an open hole.
It remains open.
We are gonna call it. It is a Does that tie us up? Hold on, we have a vote over on Twitch. Oh no, it does not. So
Let's not
close.
tie you up.
Nope. All right, so we are gonna call it. You have a Bane. So when you go to use the Bane, just let us know, okay?
Okay. Well, we'll see how quickly that comes into play here. But yeah.
So do we want to... South door's locked. Do we want to go north?
Well, how is it locked? Is it sealed or is there a
I
panel?
don't know. I didn't look.
Hmm?
I don't know. I didn't look. You're the smart one.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look.
Well, he's not smart in this form.
I'm not.
You could always change back if you want to, but
Yeah, I'm holding on to that idea.
okay. Now, I mean, it's just a locked door, so you could do anything to try and open it.
Is it solid steel, or I'm assuming?
Yeah, so it's most of these doors are the like they slide doors.
All right, so I will tell the monkey that I don't think he's strong enough to open this door. I will taunt him.
I will charge forward and slam my shoulder into the door.
Okay, since you're charging, I'll give you advantage to it. So you can roll your might with advantage. Oh, that was almost a 14. But you exploded quite nicely. So 24 total. Yeah, you hit the door, it vibrates, and then it starts to, well, it unlocks first, and then it starts to open. And you see something in the wall of this room. What do you do?
I'm still charging forward, so I'll try to stop, but...
Well, I mean, you rammed into the door, right? So that probably
Okay.
stopped your momentum.
What do I see?
So you see a very large creature. It's like 15 by 15 space. It's got these like tentacles coming off of it, a big giant eyeball in the middle of its head. And the eyes are slowly opening as it's heard this noise and it's waking up, and the tentacles are starting to like kind of wave and wiggle about.
I will slowly shut the door that's slightly broken on its hinges, and it kind of just hangs there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we want to go that way.
Oh, there's no treasures that way, huh? What about pretty ladies? Any pretty
You know
ladies
what,
that
Ross?
way?
There's pretty ladies that way. Go on.
Yeah, you said you wanted tentacles earlier, so knock
Let's go
yourself
check
out.
these out. I open the door. Whoa, that's not a lady. And I shut the door.
How do you know that's
do you
not a
know?
lady?
Yeah, how do you know?
Not
I think
checking
you're
out.
You're not checking it out.
Listen, man, I was hoping for a little bit more curvature, if you know what I'm saying.
It was pretty
It has
curvy to me.
tentacles. How much more curvature can you get?
Let's continue this way.
So in this room, you see 3 ogre-like creatures that are in each of the little stall things, and they appear to be juggling at the moment. And
Okay.
in the room is circus music playing. Or in all 4 playpens.
Are they in like cages?
Yeah, there's like bars up there, but it doesn't look like it would be hard for them to break out of them if they wanted to, because they look like pretty powerful ogres, but they're just juggling right now.
Hello?
They do not seem to respond to you.
Filthy animals. Going through this door. Oh, that's where we were.
That's where we were, man.
Dang it.
Guys, I'm having second thoughts. Maybe we should go back. I could use a good hug. Those tentacles look pretty huggy.
There is like as all of you kind of enter, it says, "Juggle with the ogres."
Ogres.
And as you open that door, yeah, so
Spogers.
that is the garden. So there's a garden growing a lot of vegetables in here that you see. And you see what looks like lights flitting among the vegetables.
Hey, where is everybody? I don't understand this. Oh, oh. What are you seeing there, young gorilla? Who's not a
Your
specimen?
mama?
There is a banana tree in here too.
We lost the monkey.
He's a gorilla. All right, I'm gonna use my perception to see what I see in this room. Kind of looking for life.
Looking for life.
There's
Okay, there's definitely-
signs of like activity, I guess. Sorry.
Right. There's lots of life because there's vegetables growing everywhere. You do notice that it looks like there's been several of the vegetables that have been picked and probably consumed by something.
Oh.
When you look at those lights that are floating around, you realize they're tiny robots that seem to be doing watering and maintenance of the vegetables.
Oh, check out those little tiny robots, guys. Those are awesome. Oh, can we get one to... Oh, hey, Gorilla Not Man. You think you could reprogram one of these to buff my beautiful bald head?
Yo.
Okay.
I could probably smash a couple and put them
No,
on your head.
no. I was hoping to have my personal little like head buffer just follow me around with, make it a little mini like floor buffer, and it's just like it applies oil when I need it. But it's I gotta make sure I'm always looking good. You never know when I'll run into a tentacle lady or a centaur lady or a lady that's not robot.
Or a robot lady. I stopped you earlier.
Yeah, but she kind of died quickly.
That might have been my fault.
Man, that saxophone you got's pretty cool.
This is a more garden room in here, it looks like. And as you open that door, you see two robotic guards looking at you. And they immediately say, "Danger, do not enter this area. Escaped specimen."
We're entering.
Escape specimens right here.
It says, "Must pacify escaped specimens." And let's go ahead and enter into combat.
Is this the baddies added from?
Yes.
Nice.
This is going to be the Bane. Is that continuing on? Did it? Yeah. Okay. They added it. Very cool.
Somebody explode on their D20.
I did. Yeah.
Gorak got a 47 on his initiative roll. Okay.
I got a 6.
Yes. Excellent. Good job, Krusk. You are the best. All right. Since you got so good on your initiative, I like to reward that. So you can either have an extra major action or you can have an additional advantage on your next 2 turns.
We also have an advantage from Zaxania. Don't forget to use that.
So yeah, you have that. And if you still have legend points, remember right now both Scrat and Grimwood have an advantage they can give to another player.
My beautiful
legend point.
My beautiful head.
But yeah, it is Gorak's turn.
I'm going to charge forward.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Hold on. Charge forward. And I'm going to go ahead and use the event get the 2 advantages on this. And I'm going to do Cleaving Death. I know that's only going to be on one of them, but that's okay. So that will bring that up to 3 advantages.
Nice.
On this. So we'll swing for one of them.
Oh, wow.
What the heck?
That was a lot of exploding. And I think it was a 19 originally. Gee whiz.
5.
It was the bananas. He came across them earlier. He just got them all riled up.
They super powered him. All right, so that's a 45. versus
Do this
an
guy.
18 guard. Math. Yeah, you just one of them is completely gone.
And then for the other guy, I only have one advantage. So I will roll that.
What the heck?
So 33 on that one.
Not quite as good. 18 guard, 15. So that's 15 damage.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, it is still alive, but you can apply a bane to it.
Yeah, knockdown.
Down. All right, so it is prone, which means any more melee attacks will have additional advantage versus it.
And I will look at both of them and say, "Call me a specimen again."
All right, that one is the one that's dead. Oh, and the next one's going. Okay. More dangerous specimen outside. More dangerous specimen outside. And it will the whole station, like the lights all turn red. And it will attempt to stand up. Of course, you guys are there. Okay, yeah. I guess it'll just attack the one target. Two, anyways. And only a 15. Look at that. All right, where's Squirrel? What are you doing?
I'm gonna
Real
get here where I can
quick.
see.
What is your perception on this character? Isn't it like a 4?
For the squirrel, let's see.
It is a 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay. Before you step, in case this changes it, since you have that high perception, you hear some doors opening from the east, and it sounds like maybe something is coming.
I am still going to move because then I can have a brood on each side of me.
I am beautiful. Thank you.
If I go right here, I technically still have line of sight, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to load up the saxophone with the nuts. I'm going to use it
Nice.
as the blowgun.
All right.
Basically just a blunderbuss, I guess, at this point.
If you roll bad, you might hit. But you multi-explode on your T6. 24. You guys are trivializing my combat here. All right, you
Hey, you
take
built these
out.
characters.
Yeah, it's true. I did. That's what happens when I build characters. Yeah, that one's taken out. We're still in initiative though, because like I said, you heard something. Unlike in other systems, you still have your full movement. So if you wanted to move more, you still have like 15
I
feet
like
of
being
movement.
between these two goobers.
Okay.
They have a lot of HP.
Yeah. Prusk, what are you gonna do?
Shut the door.
Okay. Anything else?
Prepare an action.
Okay.
If anything comes through the room, I would like to blast a shotgun.
So to further the bane, this door unlocks. And opens, and you see a creature behind it as that happens.
What a beautiful specimen. Whatever.
Let's just get them onto initiative. No biggie. Cool. And that happens, and the door is closed, and it is Gorak's turn because that's all you can see.
So that's why I see this big monster.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and go to blow with it because I think I'm going to have to anyways. I'm gonna charge forward again.
Okay.
I'm not going to sit in front of the door because that always prevents me from clicking on things.
Sure.
I'm
But you
going
want to be in the doorway?
Yeah, I want to be in the doorway, but if I'm in the doorway, it's gonna cause problems.
Yeah.
So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do a powerful strike against this one.
Okay.
And I will come charging, and I will take one of my axes, and I will just slam it into the side of this creature. That was good. Still good, but so many ones.
A lot of
You
ones.
got 11 on the D20. Yeah. And you ended up rolling 4 ones. Rough.
No.
But 21's still pretty good. You do minimum damage to this creature, who howls in pain. The other stuff you've been hitting has mostly been robots, so this is clearly not. All right.
Yeah.
It's its turn. So yeah, it's going to immediately react to being attacked by attacking.
Yeah, I'm an aggressive player. I know. It probably wasn't going to attack us initially, but
Well, you never know. Actually, what's interesting is it turns invisible. So you can no longer see it. And then it is going to attack you.
If you right click, you can make it disappear. Right click and then the eyeball.
Does it
on
remove
top.
it from the turn order?
Nah, it hides him from us.
It should
in
just
the
hide it
turn
from
order.
us.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, and it's going to swipe. It has Boon Focus 2, which allows it to do that as a minor action for its boon, and auto succeeds on single target. Now that it is invisible and you can't see it when it attacks you, it has additional advantage. That definitely did not roll correctly. Let me... Oh, I know why I didn't do that. All right, I'm going to roll with this instead. Because it's the same value. I didn't give it that attribute correctly. Okay, so that's 19 versus your toughness.
yeah, that hits. So that's 3 points.
Well, no, it is Bane attacking. It's giving you sickened.
Okay.
Sickened is fun. You've got -1 to all your... What is going on with my... There we go. You got disadvantage 1 to all actions and -1 to all your defenses while you are sickened. You hear maybe walking, but it's hard to tell for sure. And yeah. So it is Squirrel. What do you do?
Well, I'm in squirrel mode, so can I smell this thing and get a better idea of where he is?
You do have scent, so go ahead and roll your... This would be like a minor action. Well, if you use it as a move action, it will lower the CR, or you can just use it as a minor action.
I'm gonna stay put because I'm trying to sniff out where he's at, and then I want to pull more acorns.
So yeah, go ahead and roll your perception with advantage.
Okay. Now, I'm fatigued, so does that just make it normal?
Correct.
Okay.
It is directly behind you to the north of you.
Oh, no, wait. There's a window back there. I'd kill us all.
That is a window. It's true.
All right. Well, is he like in the melee range directly behind me? or-
Yes, you can with that roll, since you used your move action, you know for sure he's like directly north of you.
All right. Well, then I'll just turn around with the saxophone and take a wide swing.
Use that sax.
Or can I turn my battle trance on, or is that already?
No, you can do that again. You can do that as many times as you want. It's just it'll
Yeah.
add more fatigue, right?
I feel like we're getting to the end here, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I might just be
probably.
gradually getting more useless, so I will turn that on. Which is Again, frighteningly accurate to my real self. I tire easily. Oh! 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 We just keep going.
Gee whiz. I was going to say it has slightly improved guard versus your attack, but you exploded 4 times on your D6.
Yay.
So 14 on your D20, a 32 on your 2D6. Okay. And this is a damaging attack.
Saxophone went so fast it is actually blowing notes as I was swinging it. Just
So that's 28 damage. Yeah, and you can always choose if you're like killing a creature or just knocking it unconscious.
taking the head.
Taking the head. All right.
Right off of it.
Yeah, so you just take the head off of this creature. Very effectively. By the way, Gorak, you see a machine assembly room. This looks like where it makes the robots. The room that you're in.
Huh?
And Krusk, it is your turn. You hear something happen, and then you watch a creature suddenly appear with his head bouncing off some vegetables.
That was a wrong click.
Okay.
He's still alive though, yeah?
With his head removed from his body?
I just making sure. I didn't see the dead symbol on him.
Oh. Yes, he's still alive, totally.
That's why I was asking. Maybe he's still alive without a head, There's a chicken. But we're staying in initiative order, eh?
Yes, because you still heard that sound and doors opening.
All right, I guess I'm going to stand here with my shotgun pointed at this door, and I'm going to shoot the first thing that opens it, unless it's a pretty lady.
Then he'll shoot twice.
Then I'm shooting twice.
Wonderful, because as it happens, of course, you'll have to decide if it's a beautiful lady or not, but Ma is back.
Nah, Ma's Dom. She's scary.
Okay.
Mommy.
Yeah, she's a Dommy mommy. I'm not having that.
All right, so you can go ahead and
fire. Why are you attacking me?
I'm not attacking you. I was just getting them added to the initiative order.
I pressed the wrong button. I'll take her to save you. That's what I should be saying, right? Don't worry, guys. I'll take her for you. Don't worry. All right, I'm going to use my advantage, so let me cross mine out.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
Why are you so bad at this?
The rest of you are rolling so well, and I'm rolling like garbage.
It's the GM curse, right?
Yeah.
No, actually, I think with this 14, no. Oh, you're one shy. Did you use advantage?
No, I used my advantage from Zaxania.
So she's going to continue what she was doing, which is roll through. The two of you guys. So Ma is going to crush your hopes and your dreams.
Oh, she ain't.
Or not.
I saw this once before.
The blast makes her veer off course and not quite be able to hit.
Chris, I know I'm gonna kill everybody in the morning at this rate.
Okay. So that is your turn, Ma. I'm gonna go ahead and have these guys move a little bit. Since I don't know how to change their initiative order. This guy's gonna. Oh wait, no! Dang it! Don't close the door. Dang it! My word. I can't move him. He's unmovable.
You can drag outside.
Yeah, you can click and drag outside, and then select it. Okay. And then use your mouse key or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Doors are annoying. Okay. Disable. So that's a 27 versus your toughness.
Me?
Yes, because you're right there.
I am definitely using my action to block this.
The other one is also doing the same thing to Scrap behind you. So, depending on which one you want to. That's for your guys' toughness. This is both slowed and slow and demoralized.
I'm gonna defend myself.
Now you could choose to defend Scrat, or you can choose to demoralize is disadvantage 1 on all your actions until you throw it off.
Is it a damaging attack against Scrat, or is it's the same thing? It's the same thing.
They're both slow and demoralized. They're trying to pacify you.
I'll protect my specimen.
All right, you successfully defend Scrat, but you yourself are slowed and demoralized as the last guy comes charging forward to attack you. Oh my gosh.
Does that do damage back, or is it only on a damaging attack?
Oh, no, it does. You are correct. That would do damage back. So you were what, 4 over?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, one of them fitzes a little bit. And this guy charges forward. Actually, no, he doesn't. I should read what he can do. All right, ranged attack against both of you because he has multi-target attack specialist.
We're all gonna die. Oh yeah, here it is.
So that's 29 damaging attack versus Scrat and versus Krusk.
I'm down.
And you can only do 1 defend. You didn't grab the thing unless you do more, right?
Correct. I'm at 0 on the
I
ground.
tricked him. Stream, I tricked him.
So as these riddle my body, I'm dropping slowly to my knees. I just look over at my sweet squirrel specimen. Make sure you find the octopus lady.
Oh, that takes you down to 0?
Oh yeah, I'm at 0.
All right. How much did that hurt you, Scrat?
Well, that's what I was about to ask. It was 29 damage, but we take away our...
Guard, so that's 6.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm down to 9.
Yeah, you're pretty good. All right, and now it is Gorak's turn. Gorak, you watch the orc fall. I don't know how that makes you feel.
He celebrates.
See, what happens is his head is so well buffed, and since we're kind of near the window, the light bounces off his head and just it gets in the eyes of Mom. So she has disadvantage.
Oh, is that how this works?
Can I do encouraging heal
Yeah,
to him?
absolutely. So
and-
HP in Open Legend is a little bit more like your stamina. It's not strictly like your health, right? So it's because it's a combination of your mental, your physical, all combined. So you can just use words to tell Krusk, get back up, loser, or whatever you want to say, right?
That's essentially what I was gonna say. No, it's a level.
So you're gonna roll to find out
Okay.
what power level you succeed at, and
I'm gonna use my legend point
you can, yeah,
to get that advantage.
absolutely, and he'll also give a +1 and let you keep 1 more dice. So that's with your presence, which is a 3.
That sucked. Sorry.
So that is a 9 altogether. You need at least a 12 to get the lowest, so you're 3 away. You did spend a legend point, but you just rolled so bad.
I just rolled horrible.
Yeah.
Can I give him my
If
legend
you
point?
will trip while you do it, I'll let you succeed at power level 2.
Crust isn't worth that.
Okay.
Sorry, Jake. It's yours.
Don't be sorry. No. You're a good specimen.
All right. Since that guy's it says specimen pacified, floats in and attempts to energy blast Scrap. Does not hit. No, don't close the door. On my word. Doors suck.
Of course, you said.
This one flies in, sees Gorak, attempts to do the same thing to Gorak. Energy blast. So a little blast comes out of the eyeball. Well, that's a little better. 24 versus your guard.
So I take 2 points of damage.
And then Scrat, what are you gonna do? You got a nice window.
Yeah, I do see that, but is this the same Ma? Does she still have the giant hole in her from the
No, it is a different Ma.
Oh, dang it.
It's even colored a little differently.
Dang it. What's up with this diversity? We don't do that here. So explain to me, I got these abilities, but they're Banes? Is that doesn't do damage, it just cripples them in some kind of way?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So your Banes, Banes are a little bit more powerful in that they always get inflicted at the highest power level you have access to. So even if you only beat the defense by 1.
Mm-hmm. And the attribute next to them, that's what they're messing up, or that's what it's based off of?
That's the attribute you're using to do the roll.
Okay.
And then it should say what it does. It's probably too short. So...
Oh,
you
is
got
that
a
what's
bunch.
in parentheses? Okay.
Yeah. So you
I
can
see it.
disarm them. You can fear them.
Right, that was the nut one.
Yeah, that's the nut one. Persistent damage, which is what does the damage every single round. Incapacitated, basically they're unconscious, which means they're far easier to damage and hurt.
Hi, Wes.
It's a tough call.
And you've got a lot of advantage on those too, because your weapons have that listed.
But all she has to do is roll above 10 on her turn, right?
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna go for Mom and try and do damage here.
Good.
Just keep
And to
clubbing
note,
away.
if you do at least 10 damage, you can auto apply a Bane.
That's right. Well, let's go for the damage then. We'll.
And go after poor Ma.
Yeah.
Just trying to raise you guys right.
Well, I have mommy issues, so here we go. Oh, I got bad mommy issues.
She gives you a stern eye as you try and swing at her. I think that's all you can do on your turn. And it's Ma's turn. After giving you a stern eye, she's going to try and bite your head off. How dare you do this to her?
It's childhood all over again.
Nine.
All right.
Well, you got such high guard. That's actually still only 6 damage to you.
Yep. But we're the next one's gonna be it.
All right. This guy is going to step here to have better line of sight and try and shoot you guys. Yeah, we'll do that.
Gotta break the window, monkey man.
That was my plan.
Just
Did that roll correctly? Yeah, that did. Wow. 27 versus your guys' guards.
Can he hit me? Does he have line of sight me?
When I click him, he seems to.
Okay, because I'm trying to stand in the doorway. All right, 29
yeah,
against guards.
stupid doorway.
27. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
dead.
27 versus the two of you.
Oh, 27. So
That's just enough to get me down.
Really?
that is not enough to get me down.
Yeah,
7.
I see what you're going for.
Okay, I still have 14.
Okay. You're the only one still up, apparently. Well, you're not dead.
I'm dead.
You're not dead.
Oh, they're going to be
dead
dead after my next action.
All right, floating on. Oh, yeah, aren't you the only one wearing a spacesuit?
Yep.
Loincloth
Alright,
man wasn't wearing one. For
Nope.
sure.
Loincloths for the win.
Pacification attempt. Oh, wow.
If I had one, it probably broke when it turned into the squirrel.
All right, Krusk is sleeping.
Good night,
Gorak,
guys.
it's your turn.
My turn, huh?
Yep.
Sorry, guys. This is gonna suck.
Why?
I'm going to take both axes and throw them at the window,
All right.
and then I want to shut the door.
Yeah.
All right. Roll those super powered rocket propelled. Roll your attack. You're using both weapons together. We'll say you've got additional advantage. Do you want to spend some legend points?
Yeah, I'll spend a legend. I have 1 legend point left.
Do you have an advantage left from 𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬?
Oh, I do still have that advantage, so
Put that on there, too.
About that.
I'll put that on there too. So that's
All right. So you're going to be keeping an extra dice.
and what would how do I just roll the axe by itself? Just click on that axe, or
It's your first attack.
it's my powerful swing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so how many advantages do I have? I have the one from 𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬, the one from the legend point.
And one for using both axes together. So that's 3 more than what your default is.
Okay, so 6 total.
It's a lot of advantage. Did you explode the D20?
I did.
Oh. All right, now it's actually more than 54 because you'd keep another exploding D6. Oh my word. All right, yeah, you just shatter the and the void of space sucks people out.
I burn all my legend points here to try and save myself.
Oh yeah, because you still have a lot. How many legend points do you have?
Yeah, 4. Plus the advantage that 𝐒𝐥𝐚𝐲𝐬 gave us.
Okay.
does
Yeah, I'll
that
say
work?
if you spend all of that, as your body's being sucked out, you hit one of these vegetable things, and it goes and it covers up the hole
Oh, nice.
and restores. So Krusk is floating with his loincloth out into space. As all the things start to get frozen. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good place to end it.
I died. I'm so happy. I haven't died in a long time. I love it.
Yeah, so you guys have eliminated the rest of the bots that have been running this station. You did take out one of the specimens. There are 4 more that are juggling. Depending on your interest, you would probably be able to free them and get them in the Winnebago and that sort of thing. But most of the other specimens have either escaped or not there. Do you want to try and free the large eyeball tentacle monster?
Without me?
Actually,
no,
am I just laying here unconscious?
Yeah, so you'll wake up, roll a d4.
All right.
Unless Gorak decides to like slap you awake.
I would try to slap him awake with my encourage heal or something.
Okay, so yeah, outside of combat, you'd be able to do that. You'd wake up. It's up to you whether when you go unconscious, you automatically revert to your other form or you stay in your were-squirrel form.
I imagine all that probably sucked it right out of him.
Okay. So yeah. You guys have lost Krusk, but maybe that's a gain.
Kind of how I'm feeling.
That's how I'm feeling too.
Guys, I was your leader.
Also,
So
what
they
we
called
see-
me a specimen.
we take his pay and split it between us.
Exactly.
So Krusk, I'll let you choose how your body looks floating in space because that TV bot is still out there and it can capture your floating body.
Absolutely in the most glorious pose of just like somehow my hand has ended up by my face and I have a smile on as I drift through. Of course, I'm doing the leg up like Captain Morgan pose.
There you go. So yeah, there's much gnashing and wailing, gnashing of teeth and wailing across the universe as the glorious Krusk has met his end.
I'll be
Statues
looking
are
at-
erected.
I'll be looking out the window and all of a sudden get very mad. You know, bang on it. It's like, that damn dirty ape. He's got the keys to the Winnebago on his belt.
I do.
That's right. I have a space thing. I have a space suit. I can go out there.
There you
You
go.
can go out the airlock. Get him.
It's just his loincloth and then the one key hanging on the string.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, are we wrapping that up then, Mr. Mustache?
Yeah, I'd say that successfully wraps it up. It wasn't
Awesome.
a long one shot because we're 2 hour.
Oh, you're good. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Mustache, for showing off a little bit of Open Legend. I definitely have enjoyed this system over the years. I've played it in a couple of different ways. I've played, all kinds of fun stuff. It's very easy to homebrew, very easy to fit into what you need. It's just getting your mind off of, your typical 5th edition rule set. So,
I basically made the 5 enemy types that they fought in like 15 minutes. I was able to stat them out and get them built.
That's awesome. All right, well, let's go around the horn. Let's start with Scrat. Who are you again, and where can people find you?
I am Scrat, the squirrel from A Squirrel Plays on YouTube. And yes, that is my book over there.
Buy his dang book.
Buy my dang book. And I'm sorry. I haven't sent off the second one. I interviewed the next editor for the next one, and she will be starting on it May 5th or 4th. 5th or 4th. So, I could do a little sweating between now and then.
Actually, I'm going to put the link in right now.
5th, Glee says. All right. Somebody else wanted to start on the 4th.
Oh, that's
Somebody
not
else wanted to start next week. I was like,
For some reason, that's in like the wrong. Whatever. It's there.
IN is that India?
It must be.
What happened?
He posted a link to Amazon, but it's Amazon.in
Delivering
instead
to
of Amazon.com.
Mumbai.
Yeah. I gave you a link specifically for it.
Oh, did you send one to me now?
Well, no, not today. But
Oh, well, the link is in the description below.
yeah, I'll say that's my.
Yeah,
that's
it's
my
all- it's
affiliate
all in
link.
the-
Use that
yeah.
one.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Don't use the one I just sent then. Fine. A Squirrel Plays. Yes, 𝐒𝐫𝐫𝐞𝐥 did raise a total of $5,245. That is fantastic. Which the Great Mustache, Dave, and I were there. Jumping over to Dave, his Great Mustache is drinking root beer.
Americana.
Americana. It looks delicious.
Yes.
Dave, who are you? Where can people find you? And how can they support your awesomeness?
And they can find me on Twitch at Grimwood_games. They can go to grimwood.games to find everything that I do and everything that they can support. Yeah, I mean, you guys know who I am by now. If you don't, I'd be surprised.
There might be some new people on the channel. You never know, right?
You never know.
Never know, buddy. And last but not least, our GM who ran us tonight. Who are you? Where can they find you? How can they support you?
I'm Great Mustache. The Open Legend rules are free and fully available even when new things happen. So, like, they use the concealment boon that came from one of the Zines that was published, and it automatically updated the website. So the rules are always available. But, of course, if you want to actually buy the PDF, which has all the awesome graphics and images, that's a great help. So openlegendrpg.com pretty much has all the links there. And
the links are in the description below. And all of the good stuff. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us for another wonderful episode or another Skraturdays. I look forward to more of these this weekend. Hang out with us Saturday, 9 p.m. DM Scotty from EZD6 is coming onto our channel, and he's running us in a one-shot, doing some play testing.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that one too. I get to be another player. I probably won't be as wild. This player I wanted to be wild with, just kind of what I was saying. So unless you guys like it, then I'll flirt with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm just,
I might try to kill you again.
You were just getting revenge, just to be clear. So that's 9 p.m. Eastern. Join us on our channel here for another Skraturday with DM Scotty running it. So running it, and I think it's going to be a good time. At least
I
I'm
think
going to
it'll
have
be
a
a
good
great
time.
time.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for all being here. And make sure you hang out for a minute because I'm going to play Scrat's theme song and see the theme song. And we'll see you guys next time.